I am broadcasting to you from a studio just outside New York City. In a second, you'll see why that matters. For seemingly every day since the election, I found myself reporting on stories I'd never thought would be coming out of my mouth. Things I believed were impregnable in America, namely the pillars of our democracy, are suddenly under daily assault. The checks and balances our founding fathers established being tested like at no other point in modern American history. There is good reason to be worried, good reason for pessimism. But yesterday, I had two very different reasons to be reminded of America's fortitude. Like in so many markets across this country, yesterday was opening day for my New York Yankees. In American tradition, the day offers promise regardless of how slim your club's chances are. As a kid, I'll never forget the wonder of my first game at the stadium, walking out from the tunnel with my dad at the old stadium being greeted by the brilliant colors of the greenest grass on a perfect day in the Bronx. Well, years later, I saw that same wide-eyed look in my son's eyes when we repeated the same ritual. Now, the last thing the sold-out crowd cared about was red and blue, Democrats, Republicans. It was about shared experiences with your kids or buddies and the hope for the season ahead. Last night, I had another uniquely New York moment, this time on Broadway. I was fortunate enough to see the brilliant production of Good Night and Good Luck starring George Clooney. It tells the story of the legendary journalist Edward R. Murrow and his on-air showdown with Senator Joseph McCarthy. McCarthyism, as it would come to be known, created a red scare in our nation where a mix of paranoia and propaganda turned Americans against each other, largely off the lies peddled from the junior senator from Wisconsin. In a stunning reminder of history repeating itself, the government was weaponized against citizens, due process was ignored, facts invented, and irresponsible members of the media serving as an amplifier to this destructive rhetoric. It took Murrow and his network CBS, at great personal and professional risks, the courage to confront and expose the fraud that was McCarthy and his baseless allegations of widespread communism. At the conclusion of the play, a video montage ran with harrowing images throughout the intervening years of when freedoms were threatened in America, punctuated with Elon Musk and his jarring salute at a recent rally that struck most of us as a chilling callback to the Nazis. Nonetheless, I left the theater on a hopeful note. As a country, we have veered to our darker angels at different chapters of our history. But before it was too late, sanity or decency prevailed. So yes, I grant you opening day and a great night on Broadway do not make for a course correction. But they do serve as reminders that there still is much that unites us, and we have pulled back from the brink before it was too late. For one day at least, color me an optimist.